Okay, not great news about this guy. He stands at D. Plus. This guy flashes some red flags that you really need to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more of a talker than a doer when it comes to his career. He may say big things about his future and seem excited about new plans, but he doesn't take steady action to turn those dreams into reality. You might notice he changes direction easily or avoids making difficult decisions.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he's much more likely to break down than bounce back. He can get upset quickly, feeling the stress strongly, and may react sharply or pull away from everyone. This means he struggles to recover from setbacks.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He's not someone people at work find easy to get along with. He tends to be blunt and doesn't show much kindness or patience, which can rub colleagues the wrong way. People might respect his attention to detail, but warm relationships and trust are usually missing.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he's more likely to pull back and feel insecure than to celebrate with you. He may act moody, distant, or even avoid talking about your success altogether. Don't expect warm praise or open support from him during your proud moments.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he will likely feel insecure and even quietly resentful. He might not say anything openly, but you'll notice him becoming distant or abrupt when the topic comes up. Little things like refusing to discuss finances or changing the subject quickly could show how uncomfortable he feels.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is quite careful and disciplined with money, paying close attention to how things are spent and making sure things are organized. He doesn't buy things on a whim and he's likely to plan every purchase instead of being careless with his cash. So you can trust him not to waste money, but be prepared for him to be strict or even stubborn when it comes to spending.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He lives within his means and rarely pretends to be richer than he is. He keeps a close eye on his spending, making sure his lifestyle matches what he can actually afford. He might even be so careful that he misses out on small joys because he doesn't like to spend unnecessarily.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is usually quite tight, both with his money and his attitude. While he keeps things organized and avoids waste, he is not the type to share easily or show much kindness, either in small acts or with his resources. If a giving, open hearted partner is important to you, he might not fit that picture.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's more likely to be secretive and controlling when it comes to money. He may keep a close watch on every rupee and might not share full details about his finances, making you feel left out or unsure about where things stand. Over time, his need for control could turn simple money matters into stressful discussions.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He's likely to think that housework should mostly be your job, not something to be shared equally. He likes a tidy and well run home, but doesn't often step in to help, especially with tasks he sees as not his. If you ask for support, he may come up with reasons to avoid it or simply get moody and pull away. If you want a partner who believes in teamwork at home, you may be left feeling unappreciated and alone in household duties.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's more likely to help by watching or telling you what to do instead of actually rolling up his sleeves. You might see him give instructions, point out what's not done right, or stand nearby while you do the hard work. This can feel lonely, as if you're carrying the load while he just looks on.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
Most of the time, he argues just to prove he's right, not to understand your feelings or viewpoint. Instead of listening calmly, he may get defensive or raise his voice, making it all about his own side. You might feel like you're talking to a wall or going around in circles rather than truly being heard.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he often lets his emotions take over and may say hurtful things or act in a harsh way. His temper can flare up quickly, leading to sharp words, raised voices, or even blaming you for small things. These moments can feel heavy and hurtful, making the home tense and uncomfortable.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is a man who gets angry very quickly, often over small things. His mood can change in an instant, and you may find yourself walking on eggshells just to avoid a sudden outburst. You deserve peace and respect in your home.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He struggles to say sorry and rarely takes real responsibility for his actions. When something goes wrong, he is more likely to point fingers or blame you rather than admit his own mistakes. Even if you're hurt, he might brush it off or act like it's your fault.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He may struggle to truly respect your boundaries, especially if he feels challenged or doesn't get his way. While he might not always push openly, he can ignore your wishes, try to convince you otherwise, or act moody when you say no. It's important to know that your word matters and your boundaries deserve respect.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding or giving you space, he might act hurt, withdraw emotionally, or even become moody and distant. This can make you feel pressured or guilty instead of safe and respected.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With him, you need to be cautious. He may not always treat private moments with the care and respect they deserve. True love means feeling safe, especially with your deepest feelings and memories.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He's not someone who's always looking for attention from other women, but that doesn't mean he's the most loyal partner either. He likes things to be predictable and in control, so he isn't likely to openly flirt or chase after others. If he feels neglected or upset at home, he might pull away emotionally, but he doesn't usually stray physically.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he can be over possessive, often acting jealous or controlling. He may get upset if you talk to other men, want to know where you are, or question your actions without real reason. Living with such behavior can wear you down and take away your peace of mind.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what looks like a protective nature is often just a sign of being controlling. He may say he worries for your safety or cares about you, but it often turns into telling you what you can and cannot do, who you can meet, or where you should go. This is not about real care, it's about wanting things his way.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the work when it comes to parenting. He might help with setting rules or organizing things, but when it comes to daily care, teaching, or spending time with the kids, he will leave most of it up to you. He may even pull back when things get hard, making you feel like you're carrying the load alone.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper rather than stay calm. He reacts quickly to mistakes and may raise his voice, scold harshly, or even walk away in frustration. His quick anger can make the kids feel nervous or scared to come to him with problems.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He may not fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. While he expects you to handle most of the parenting and home duties, he can be dismissive if you want to chase your own dreams or need time for yourself. His focus is more on routines and his own needs, leaving you to juggle everything else.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later, after kids and marriage, change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might support your career now, but later ask you to quit after you have a child. In the beginning, he may seem fine with your job, but once family responsibilities grow, his true expectations show up. You could feel pressured to give up your own dreams while he sticks to old fashioned ideas about women's roles.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He's more likely to just act polite on the surface with your parents rather than show real warmth or care. He might do what's expected, greet them, or make small talk, but you probably won't see much genuine effort to bond or understand them. If problems come up or extra help is needed, he may keep his distance or find reasons not to get involved. He is more likely to expect your family to change for him rather than making efforts to adjust himself.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he's more likely to make things worse rather than handle it calmly. He may get irritated quickly, lose his temper, or say harsh things, turning small problems into big fights. If harmony is important to you, his attitude and quick temper may only add to your worries.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he's the kind of man who might act modern with you in private, but expect you to be a traditional supportive wife when his relatives are around. At home, he may seem relaxed or open minded, but as soon as family visits or festivities come up, he could want you to dress, behave, or speak in ways that match old fashioned expectations. You may feel pressured to change yourself just to keep peace or avoid criticism from his side or theirs.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he's most likely to stay out of it or quietly side with them rather than support you. He doesn't like getting involved in emotionally charged situations and may avoid taking a stand, leaving you to face family criticism or stress alone. If he does speak up, it's usually to keep the peace, not to defend you openly.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
Yes, he has strong signs of being a mummy's boy. In a conflict between you and his mother, it's very unlikely he will take your side. He may avoid the issue altogether, act as if nothing is wrong, or quietly support his mother even if you are being treated unfairly. If you want a partner who stands up for you, this is a real concern to take seriously.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is quite likely to share the details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. Whenever there's a problem between you, he may turn to them for advice or comfort instead of working things out with you first. In the long run, this habit can leave you feeling exposed, unsupported, and second in his priorities.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, this guy stands at D. Plus. Some of these red flags can really become a big deal. You've got to be very careful here. Being in a relationship with this man, day in and day out, can feel tiring and lonely. You'll often find yourself doing most of the work at home and with the kids, while he stands back, keeping to himself or offering advice rather than helping.